these people that come online to disregard or disrespect their parents online for clout. I want to say that your head is not correct. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel today. My name is Fali for short. So I know I've been away for quite a while now, and I kind of have an explanation for that. So before I go into this video, make sure you stay tuned. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in my next video. So today's video is all about a life update. I know I've been away for a while now, not for a while, but for about 2 months. My last video was posted in August, and I've had some people ask me why I haven't put out any content in a while, why I haven't like posted anything, and I have explanations for that. So I've been struggling mentally, struggling emotionally, and this is because I'm at that stage where I'm trying to just make my career, further my career, and you know when you start getting questions of yes mommy, I'm at that stage where I'm trying to develop myself, develop my career, do whatever I can do to make sure I have enough personal growth for myself, and it's not been as straightforward as I wanted it to be. I've come to realize that life is not a straight line. There are a lot of ups and downs that you have to go through. There are a lot of crooked lines, and it's just been tough. Actually, it's been draining and exhausting, especially when you're in that phase of job hunting. My gosh, I don't think I want to wish my enemy that kind of phase where you have to start hunting for jobs all by yourself, especially when you have like dream places you want to work in, and you know, not getting the appropriate feedback, getting a lot of rejection mails has just been nothing to write home about. Also, um, you know the way Nigerians are very nosy, right? So I recently completed my NYSC program, that's my service program, and before I completed, I didn't know that I'll ever find myself in that phase of post NYSC depression. Slowly it was creeping in because people were just asking, oh, so Fali, what next after NYSC? And the question was coming in so much, so fast, that I actually found myself asking myself, like, actually, what next? Okay, and asking myself that question was quite depressing. And before I knew it, I started having like panics and anxiety, because at this point, all I know is I'm a qualified lawyer, but I don't know what I want to do. Sometimes you just get to that path. I don't know if anyone has been through this phase before, but you just get to that path where you're just confused. And I hope the confusion I'm going through right now is going to lead me to a good place, because I'm just confused. Sometimes I sit down and I'm like, I hope this profession that I went into, this career, is not going to be a stumbling block for me. Sometimes I really wish you could see your future plans, like you could see what God has in store for you, and you can just walk according to that line, but it doesn't work that way. And coming to terms with the fact that these things you don't know, you're just struggling and hoping that the path you're taking will lead you to somewhere good. And sometimes being somebody that that is always like in constant communication with God, talking to God, sometimes you can fall out, and that's very okay. I think that's okay for anybody to fall out, because at the end of the day, you're human. And sometimes when you try your hands out on a lot of things and you're not hitting it, or it's not coming together the way you expect it to be, you don't know if it's a sign if it's a sign from God telling you to stop, or if God is actually just testing your faith and testing your strength and how much you can persevere. So I'm at that stage right now where I don't know if God is telling me, this thing you're doing, this is not the right path, or if God is actually telling me, continue to push yourself. So honestly, all I just do is I pray and pray and pray, pray for clarification, pray for me, or pray for like finding my purpose. I've just been praying a lot, because sometimes it's very hard for you to find somebody that will understand what you're going through. One other thing I'm going to say is, when you have people that are supposed to guide you, but it kind of feels like they're confusing you. I mean, when you have mentors and you talk to these people, well, this is actually what I want to do, but then it looks like they are way ahead of where you are, and sometimes the advice they give you is not what you really want to hear. Maybe it is actually what you should take, but sometimes you feel like you need somebody that would, tell you what you want to hear. I don't know if that makes sense, but I'm hoping you guys get my point. Um, Also, trying to get out of my comfort zone has been something that I'm really working on, but it looks like I have a lot of people that are surrounded by fear, and at this stage I don't want something that will hold back what I want to do. I don't want something that is going to hold me back. I don't want to be held back by fear, basically. So I just try to push myself, try to do a lot of things, try to send like applications, and you know honestly, I'm hoping that something good is going to come out of everything. Rejection mails are they're crazy. They're crazy. Like, and the way this Nigeria is set up, before you can even get anywhere, you need to have some kind of connect before they can even push your application through. So it's crazy. And now the thing is, it's not like I don't have options. I have options, but these options are not the dream, or the or what I have for myself in my head. There's something about you wanting to be in this place, and then they are throwing you options of something you don't want. So it's like, you know what? Let me exhaust all my strength on this first. And then if it doesn't work out, I can always come back to my options. So basically, that's what I'm going through right now. And it's been crazy, because I take one step forward, it doesn't fall through, and then my head is telling me, you better go back to that option that you want. But that's the devil at work, because sis, we're not settling for less. Not now, not ever. We're going to continue to keep pushing, and by the special grace of God, something good is going to come out of it. Now, coming back to content creating, I decided to take a break because a lot was just happening so fast. Like, everything was basically happening so fast. Um, NYSC came and left, and I had to move back from Abuja back to Ibadan. That's my parents' house. And coming back home to see that the plans that you had are not really falling through started getting to me. At some point, when I had my birthday, that was last month, I actually made a birthday vlog. I posted it trying to get myself back together and everything, and YouTube blocked the video. So when some of my friends and like people that were watching called my attention to. They were like, "Oh, Fali, this video is blocked," and I'm like, you know what? I need a break. I need a break from. I actually have videos, unedited videos on my laptop, but I just couldn't bring myself to editing or posting. I was going through so much, and that was like the last thing on my mind. And if I'm going to create content that would be that I feel like people are going to enjoy, or if I'm going to create content that me personally will be satisfied with, I have to be at my best self. And if I'm not at my best self, I can't put out something that is okay. I won't even feel like I'm giving you guys my 100% or my full best into creating whatever it is. So I'm just like, you know what, instead of just posting something just for the fun of it and just putting out something that is not like up to par or quality content, let me just take a break, you know, review everything I have to do, take a break to just just rest. As I was saying, I have backlog of videos of things I did since August. I don't know if you guys want to see them, but I remember coming home in August. I had like a Salah vlog. I went to Lagos for NBA conference. I came back. I had my birthday vlog, some tutorials I haven't put out there because I've just not been in the mood. But right now, I think I'm actually okay. I think I'm okay. I'm in a good place now. And talking to some of my friends, I realized that, and also it's very good for you to talk to people. Talk to people like you guys are on the same path. Talk to people that you feel you have like the same standing in faith. You can pray together. um yeah, talking to my friends actually gave me some kind of strength to know that I'm not the only one going through the same phase. It's a natural thing. It's very okay for you to get to a point in life where you don't even know if what you're doing is the right thing. You don't even know if what you're doing makes sense, but you're just pushing and pushing. It's very okay. Take breaks. From my own experience now of what I've gone through, my own perspective, I'm just going to advise whoever it is that is watching this video or that is going through this phase, or if you know somebody that just just take a break, do something fun, talk to your friends, don't lock yourself up. That's something I do a lot. I just lock up. I don't feel like talking to anybody. But right now, it's not the best bet. It's not the best way to handle things. So take breaks, talk to people, do things you love doing. If you love to travel, if you have money, travel. You know, just have fun. Do whatever it is that makes you happy. And I think everybody will be fine. I think at the end of the day, we'll all be fine. I really can't wait to pass through this stage and we can sit down, laugh about it, laugh with my friends. And I'm very certain that something good is around the corner for me. Like, I don't know what it is, but today I woke up with so much energy, so much happiness in me, so much gratitude. Because I've decided not to look at what I don't have, and now I'm focusing my energy on things I have and how I can make good use of my resources to make me happier. At the end of the day, your happiness lies within you. Nobody can make you happy. You being with anybody or you being with somebody doesn't necessarily guarantee that you're going to be happy. You have to make a conscious effort. So yeah, at this point I think I'm actually blabbing, but uh, that's pretty much everything. I think this whole video sums up everything. I don't want to bore you guys with long talks, but yeah, lastly I want to give a shout out to my parents because man, I don't know how they did it but they did. Like, I'm not even a parent yet, and I'm already so overwhelmed by everything I've been going through. Now imagine you having a family, having other people that depend on you, aside your children, aside your immediate family. It can be pretty tough. So right now I've realized that I have so much respect for parents and all these people that come online to disregard or disrespect their parents online for clout. I want to say that your head is not correct. I honestly just want to say that your head is not correct because African parents, they are not perfect, but they try their best. And I think their parenting style was just based on the society they grew up in. Things are changing. So if you feel like, oh, how my parents raised me wasn't nice enough, instead of you coming online to disrespect your parents or putting them on blast just for people that you don't even know, just for clout, because right now clout is like the worst drug ever. So if you're putting your parents up there for blast, I don't think that's the right step to take. I think what you should rather focus on is making sure you don't make the same mistakes or making sure that you don't do the same thing you don't like to your parents. Simply put, making sure that you're not the parent you complained about. So get that, okay? What else? What else? What else? Ah, I'm flowing with sense today. There are a lot of things I want to say. There's something else I was going to say. I don't remember. Anywho, I think I've said pretty much everything I want to say. So yeah. Anywho, that's pretty much it about this video. Um, I'm back. I'm ready to slay. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.